A girl, a culture, a confrontation, victory, fame. A life changed utterly and not at all. Yemen's old city Sana'a, set in stone, as enduring as the customs still embedded here. Like marriage, the betrothal and wedding can go on and on for days and days. And for many, it's a joyful occasion between adults, like this man about to be married. But usually, during those celebrations, you won't see the bride. The groom gets the party, but often, especially when the bride is a child, she gets locked up to protect her innocence. An innocence that's all too obvious. Najoud Ali was every inch a child, wanting to play, laugh, and remain in the protective embrace of her family. But she didn't stand a chance. Early 2008, she was just 10 years old. Her parents agreed to marry her off to a man more than 3 times her age. They struck a tribal bargain all too common in Yemen. Najoud, one of 16 children, would no longer be a financial or moral burden to them. Najoud says her parents told her explicitly, "You will be married, and that means you belong to your husband now." Najoud told us what happened so calmly, it's startling. Barely 10, she moved in with her new husband and his family. Najoud says the thought of being married made her sick to her stomach.
لما تزوجت كنت خايفة ما كنت أستترك بيتنا. أجلس مع أخوتي وأبي وأمي. أبلا بيقول لي اشتيني أرقد معه وأنا ما اشتيش أرقد عندهم.
Must have been torture.
Yeah.
Even from her wedding night, 10-year-old Najoud was spared nothing. She says she was forced to have sex repeatedly. Under Yemeni law, it was not seen as rape, but a wife's duty, something she was reminded of every day.
ما كنت بين أهرب لا عند أمه بعدين كان بيلحقني لهانك لا عند أمه.
Najoud said even with her mother-in-law, there was no refuge.
ماشي عادي بتقول له اضربها. ما كانش بترحم حد يعني كانت كريهة.
That there was no mercy from her new family was bad enough. But when Najoud turned to her own family for help, she says she was let down, told to face up to her duty and honor her family's commitment. Najoud's parents said they were promised, even after marriage, their daughter would be treated as a child for a few years. Najoud's mother, Samia, explains.
سمعت بقلبي يولع عليها وهذا أنا أقول ليش أنا ما كان حس أنا شيء يتزوج بها. إحنا قلنا تتربى أنا لا استخطفوا على بنتي كذيك.
Najoud is uneasy as her family speaks. She told us even after she pleaded with her parents, complained of the abuse, they said they could do nothing. She had to honor her marriage and avoid shaming her parents. She said they told her not to get divorced. Ali Mohammed Al-Hadal is Najoud's father.
أنا كان شعوري ما كان نفسيها ما كان اشتيش إن هي تنتشر في أي أشياء لكن هذا قدو شيء في يعني مقدر. فمن هناك قمت ارجع كذا يا ناس يا ذا قالوا ولا ما بالله.
All of this is something Nejud admits she finds hard to forgive. Her family expected her to go along, do the right thing, protect her family's honor. In Yemen, what was expected of Nejud, even at 10, is hardly extraordinary. It's what happened next that so stunned her family and most everyone else. After a few months of marriage, Nejud said she gathered her courage and secretly gave her husband and his family the slip. She did something she'd never done before. She hailed a taxi and called the driver to take her to the courthouse in Yemen's capital, Sana'a. She walked into this courtroom, sat on the bench, and demanded to see a judge. After hours of waiting, a judge finally came to speak to her.
بعدين صار يصلي ورجع قال لي ما تشتي. قلت له أنا اشتي أطلق. قال ليش أنتي مزوجة؟ قلت له يا.
Presented with an extraordinary case, the judge asked that a human rights lawyer see Nejud. That lawyer was Shara Nasser.
I looked for her. She was very small and short, small. And I asked her, I said, are you the girl who is coming to ask about divorce? She said, yes, I am. I asked her to speak with her if she does interviews. And I took from her some information, small details. And after that, I asked her, don't be nervous.
But how could Nejud help but be nervous? She admits the unprecedented media coverage of the case terrified her. She was doing what no other child before her had dared. She wanted to divorce her husband. She had no idea if it would work, but turned to the judge in the case for protection. He declined comment to CNN, saying it would violate his legal obligations. In court, Nejud had to face her husband, seen here on the right, and plead her case for leaving him. CNN tried to obtain comment from Nejud's husband and his family, but they declined. After telling her story in court, and as Nejud's husband and her father looked on, the judge granted Nejud's request for divorce. She pulled it off, and in her words, won her childhood back. But based on the principles of Sharia law, her husband was compensated, not prosecuted. Nejud was ordered to pay him more than $200 in compensation. Her lawyer helped her raise the cash. At 10, Nejud was married and divorced and hadn't even reached puberty. For this determined spirit, though, it was sweet victory.
أنا فهمت هذه حسب أن الناس يسمعوا ويفكرون ما يزوجوش بنات مثل ما نسخة.